Good evening. My name is Rebecca Strong, and I'm a mental health counselor and a licensed professional counselor in Colorado and New York State. And I run a private practice called Strong Solutions. So thanks for tuning in tonight. I wanted to offer you a tool that helps to calm down the body. What we know about this is that when the body starts to calm down, the mind tends to follow. And with all of the news and uncertainty and disruption in our ordinary lives, we are being called into a special world right now. And that special world is demanding a deeper kind of attention and a deeper kind of self-care. So I wanted to offer, as a person on the path along with you, I wanted to offer a tool that it comes from the emdr toolkit, and it's called the butterfly hug. The butterfly hug was developed by a psychotherapist who was called into Mexico to support a group of children who had just lost their parents in a factory explosion. And he realized that he couldn't work with 200 children and help them prevent PTSD symptoms. He couldn't work with them one-on-one. So he cultivated and developed this practice where he was able to teach 200 children in a gymnasium a way to calm down their body, allow their mind also to calm down, and to work with a state of intensity that was different to the state of intensity that you and I are working with right now. And it was similar in the sense that they were working in an unusual situation, an unusual moment, and they needed something to help themselves. So this is a tool that you can use, again, to calm down your body. Usually when we calm down the body, the mind follows. Usually when we calm down the body, the breath follows. Some say, as is the breath, so is the mind. So if you're willing, this is a tool you can administer to yourself. So bring your hands forward and then flip and then cross and hook the thumbs. And here we are, we have the butterfly. Now the butterfly, we are going to tap. My microphone is right here, so I'm aware that I have to just be careful there. So, but what you want to do is tap one wing at a time. And you can rest your hands on your sternum. So some studies show that just by putting the warmth of our own hands right at our heart center, right at the sternum, immediately starts to send a message to the body that it's okay and that we're going to be safe. We're going to be okay. So again, it's one flap at a time. It's super gentle. Don't be pounding too hard or anything like that. Just let it be a nice, gentle flap. And see if you can allow your body a deeper kind of breath. Maybe you'll close your eyes. Maybe you'll leave your eyes open. I'm standing. Maybe you're sitting, maybe you're laying down, maybe you're standing up, but wherever you are, feel your feet, feel your whole body to whatever degree that feels safe and available. The other thing we're doing right here is we're getting the two hemispheres of the brain to communicate with each other. When there's a distressing event, it's very, very common for the right hemisphere, which is the emotional mind, to get flooded, to get overactive, to get too full, so to speak. Take a deep breath. And what we want to do, like some people say in a crisis or a difficult situation, facts are our friends. And one of the reasons that is said is because it gives us, it takes us into what we call a left shift. Dan Siegel called it that, a left shift, where we go into the left hemisphere of the brain, which is more about logic, reasoning. It's the rational brain. It's the engineering brain. And we want the emotional brain, the feeling brain, the artistic brain of the right hemisphere to be in dialogue with the logical brain, the fact brain, the left hemisphere. And what happens when they start to balance out? So as we butterfly hug right here, we're sending a message to the body that it's okay. In this moment, there's no need to fight. There's no need to run. If you're watching this video, you're safe enough to send this healing, supportive message to the nervous system, to the body, that it's okay. We can rest, we can replenish, we can slow down. We can get ourselves to pause and deepen. So as we flap these wings of the butterfly, we are, I like to call it kind of like tennis. We're getting the emotional brain to play tennis with the rational brain, and the rational brain to play tennis with the emotional brain, the corpus callosum being the tennis net. We want the ball to go over the net into the other side of the court. And we want that ball to go from that other side of the court back again. And what we're doing is we're just getting the brain to become a little more balanced. And if you know about the window of tolerance or have seen my video about the optimal zone, and if you haven't seen it, please take a look at it. It's a context for understanding mental wellness and mental well-being through the lens of the nervous system. So what we're doing right now is we're supporting the body and the brain and nervous system to move towards the optimal zone. When we're in the optimal zone, we are alert yet relaxed. We are able to think on our feet. We're able to roll with the ups and downs that any given day has. We're able to be present, and other people can feel that presence, which is one of the greatest gifts we can give to another person. We tend to be, when we're in the optimal zone, embodied versus either ahead of ourselves or stuck in the past. We're right here for the most part. We're able to respond versus react. And we can be relaxed, but we're not falling asleep. And we can be alert, but we're not anxious. So take another breath. Take another breath with me. Every time we deepen the breath, we get a little closer to a diaphragmatic breath. And then we're sending that message through the vagus nerve that goes through the diaphragm into the intestines, that it's safe, we're okay, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, everyone. It really is. And the more present we can be and the more grounded we can stay, the more available we are to choice, the more available we are to making healthy choices, and the more available we are to one another, which again, attention and presence is, some say attention is the only thing we have to give. So when we can give attention to ourselves in a way that truly nourishes, like hopefully this butterfly hug is truly nourishing, so feel the warmth on your chest. We'll take a few more breaths together. And when we can also offer that loving attention, that non-anxious present attention to another, whether it's a pet or a child or an aging parent or a sibling or a client, we are giving them that gift. We are communicating from our nervous system to their nervous system that it's going to be okay. And this, my friends, is how we will get through this very unprecedented time in human history. We have the opportunity. Take a deep breath. We have the opportunity to stay in the optimal zone during the midst of so much change and fluctuation, and come through it more deep for it, our hearts more deep, our intimacy and self-care and self-knowledge more online, more engaged, and we have the capacity to come out of this situation with deeper friendships and connections with the people in our lives, with our neighbors, the people we serve, the people we live with, the people we love, the people that challenge us. So let the butterfly hug be a butterfly effect that keeps us in the optimal zone through this extraordinary time. And may we usher in a beautiful world that we each hold as a deep desire in our hearts. So thank you for joining me tonight. Please go ahead and click the button, the like button, if you liked the video, and feel free actually to pass this video to friends, to colleagues, to family, to people who are on the front lines, to people who need an intervention that they can apply for themselves, for their wellness. One more thought, this is a really great thing to do for a child or a young person, is teach them the butterfly hug. Show them, put your hands on their hands, gently hold them, and teach them how to regulate their own nervous system. It's like putting the oxygen mask on ourselves first, and then we can more able to show up and take care for other. Okay. All right, one more deep breath in together. Thank you.